Hey world, it's your host Marshall. Thanks for tuning into my podcast, runONthoughts. Here we talk about everything and nothing because we are not afraid to be all of ourselves even as we evolve. And that's my thought for my fellow thought thinkers as we unpack our traumas, past hurts, and other BS. Y'all ready? Let's go. Hey thought thinkers, welcome back to another episode of runONthoughts. I want to first stand in a place of gratitude to anyone listening for the first time, and I want to show my gratitude to those of you who have been on this journey of unpacking and unlearning and thinking critically with me and becoming thoughtful in your thoughts. I am excited about the topic we are going to be discussing today. It's so crazy I say discussing when I am the only one talking, but I know that you guys are out in the world having conversations, talking back, thinking, understanding, writing down, and I love you guys for your support, and I love you guys for tuning in. You can become a thought thinker by going to runONthoughts.com, and you can listen from Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, your favorite streaming services. With that, today's topic is simple. Again, I'm trying to get to the bottom of things without all of the fancy words. Choosing you. I want you guys to know and understand that you have a choice. You get to choose you. And like all of the other things that we have to do, even when we talked about change, it's all a choice. You have to be willing to do the work. And usually the work is the choice, the decision. You have to decide. I know that there are moments in life when we quietly hand over the power to choose. And we do this by giving our power away to partners, to family, to friends, at work, and of course, societal expectations. We silence our voice. And I'm saying we because I know many find it hard to believe that, but we all do it. We are all human, sharing a human experience. You are not alone in your feelings. We silence our voice. We delay our own needs. We shrink ourselves to fit in. This is what I no longer want. I don't want us to shrink ourselves. I don't want us to become small for other people's approval. And sometimes even when you make yourself small, they still don't approve. But what happens? That's what this talking point is about. What happens when you realize you've been living someone else's version of your life? That's what we're talking about every week when you are not being your authentic self. When you look in the mirror and you cannot see you. All of the things that are wrong, all of the disconnect that you feel from yourself, from the highest power, all of it is because you are living someone else's version of your life, or you are afraid to live in your authenticity. Every conversation, every speech that I say to you guys is always going to be about the self. It's always going to be about the work we need to do for ourselves. It's always going to be about us giving up our power. And some of you don't even realize that you gave up your power. You think that they took it, but you can take it back. You can take back your power. Today is the day. Today is the moment that you, me, we decide that we are going to choose ourselves. You are going to choose yourself. You are going to choose you. You are going to reclaim your voice. You are going to stop outsourcing your power. Because guess what, thought thinkers? Choosing you isn't selfish. It's survival. They have lied to you. So many people believe that it is selfish to take care of the self. But the crazy part is we all have been on a flight, or most of us have been on a flight, and they tell you to put the oxygen mask on you first. Because how can you help others if you are dying? You can't. Self-preservation is key. And it's so crazy because I believe and I know that those around me understand that I put myself first. And I know that some of my loved ones would call me spoiled. I know that some would call me a brat, but they would never call me selfish. You know why? Because I am giving. I have curated the life that I want for me. And so that means that all of those that I allow to be in my life, I want to serve them. I want to serve them. I desire to serve them. I love giving gifts to those that I love. I love cooking at Thanksgiving. I love Christmas and the celebration and the joy of giving and receiving. Remember, if two people are always giving, two people are always what? Receiving. But I enjoy giving. But I enjoy giving to those who make me feel special just for being me. We all don't give the same gifts, but we are all gifting each other ourselves. And so it is my choice. I am choosing to give. I am not selfish, but I do believe in serving myself the large cup of water first, so that I can know what it feels like to feel and be refreshed. And only then, when I am refreshed, can I offer you water. And when I offer you this water, I offer it with love. I offer it knowing that you too are going to be refreshed. I offer it from a place of love. There is no jealousy. There is no envy. There is no sacrifice. I think I've told you guys that I hear parents say things like they sacrifice for their children. And I have told you guys that I have never sacrificed for my child because I wanted to do it. And the reason why I wanted to do it is because even in parenting, I make sure that I served myself first, so that anything that I was able to give him, I gave it from a place of love and wanting him to experience all of the things, even if I never experienced the thing, the joy that it brought me. No sacrifice, just choice. We get to make a choice. And it's a beautiful choice when you want to. But some of you don't even know that you have surrendered your choices to other people. You have given over yourself to other people. You have given others the power to decide for you. And I see this so many times in relationships. And I am sure that men do it. So men out there who are listening, when I am talking, and I am talking about men and women relationships, I only speak about women because I am a woman. But feel free to put yourself into the story, right? Because I know that as humans, we are all flawed. And I don't believe this nonsense on social media that one of us is better than or worse than the other one. I believe that we are all sharing a human experience, and we have all been fed and told lies. And these lies are stopping all of us from living in our authentic self. And when you cannot exist in who you are, you have nothing to give. But like the conversation and the speech about change, you can't give what you do not have. You cannot ask for what you are unwilling to do for yourself. You have to understand that you can no longer give the power to others to decide what's best for you. I see women waiting for men to give them permission to leave, or them crying and screaming out saying, "Leave me alone. Leave me. Why won't you leave me alone? Stop calling me." As if as if the choice is not yours. And the question begets, who, who, who gave you this choice? Who gave them that choice over you? Who gave them the power over you? Guess what? It was also your choice to give them power over you. And I know that most of you don't even recognize that it was the power, that you gave them the power, that you gave them the power over you, that you gave them the choice to make you feel small, that you gave them the power and the choice to make you feel like you needed their permission to stay or go. You have surrendered you to them, and now you are suffering. But here in this moment, I am telling you that you can take back your power. You do not have to live with the fear of disappointing people, especially at the cost of disappointing yourself. You have been conditioned to suppress your choices. Yes, you have been conditioned. We think that we give up our power or that we belong to someone. You belong to yourself. If you believe in God, you belong to God, right? But you do not belong to man or woman. You are intrinsically strong and powerful and mighty. And you know it. All those feelings in your gut, all the tears that you shed, all the pleading and the begging and the praying that you are doing, it's all because inside there is a God-like, there is a universal energy, there is a gut. There is a spirit that dwells in you that is telling you who you are, that is telling you to take back your power, and yet you sit and suffer in hoping that those that use you and use your power and covet your power and take your light are going to release you. They are not. They are getting something from you. You got to set a boundary. There goes that word again, boundary. You got to set a boundary as a declaration of self-trust. People use the word ultimatum a lot, and I don't like the word ultimatum because ultimatum is about what someone else does. Words have power. The reason why the word is boundary is because it is a line in the sand that you draw for yourself. The other person should not be involved at all. If I tell you that if you cheat on me, I am leaving. I have heard countless conversations. I have heard people say things like, you would never know. Okay. If I don't know, I don't know. Or everybody cheats. Okay. If you cheat, I'm leaving. Or why would you want to go be with somebody else if everybody cheats? I can do what I want. I can make a choice. There's that word. To be by myself, because for me, living is joy. Not being with someone is not the joy. Sharing my joy with someone who is joyful and good to me is joy. But the coupling up is not the joy without joy and respect and honesty and integrity and dignity and discipline. Or they can still love you and cheat. Maybe. I don't really give a damn. I'm making a choice for my peace. I don't care. Those are your boundaries. You get to be a person and say, I cheat. You get to find people who accept your cheating. You get to find people that accept your lying. You get to accept people that accept your beating. You get to make a choice, good or bad. Choice. People try to manipulate your choices with their shit. But you have to learn how to walk through life with the armor of self-love. You have to understand that you are powerful. Stop letting people's perceptions and thoughts and feelings and desires and their own insecurities infiltrate your boundaries, infiltrate your spirit. I know that people say that I am extremely stubborn, but the truth is, in my stubbornness, I am not stubborn. Because if you change my mind, I do not have cognitive dissonance. I will move with the new knowledge that you give me. But I will never let anyone tell me who I am. Because I know who I am, I know whose I am, and I know why I am. And because of that, I stand in my own truth. I told you guys that I have heard from exes who have told me that they have tried to break me. And you thought I would get upset. Nope. I'm not upset because I knew they were trying to break me. I knew that their insecurities wanted to manipulate who I was so that they could use and keep my skills and keep my labor and keep my brain while they did what the fuck they wanted to do. And I told them, of course you can make me cry or sad. I am human. But you do not have the power to break me because I know who I am and I enjoy being who I am. And I never gave you my power. I kept my choice. I told you what my deal breaker was and you broke it, so I left. And then you're shocked because they thought that they had power over me. But you don't have power over me. I never gave you that choice over me. I will never give you that choice. I am never going to allow you to sign the permission slip for me. I am a whole fucking adult. I don't need your permission to make a choice that is best for me. I get to sign my own permission slip. Guys, there are some things that you can do in order to practice choosing yourself daily and intentionally. Stop before saying yes. Do you want to do something? Or am I doing it so that others will like me, accept me? Or are you trying to avoid conflict? Because I'm here to tell you guys that trying to avoid conflict does not avoid conflict, because you are still going to have internal conflict. Stop selling yourself over to others so that you can create peace. There will never be peace until it is talked out, until you choose yourself. You got to choose you. Sit with your own voice. I know people think that I talk a lot, but I also spend a lot of time alone. And the reason I like to spend a lot of time alone is because I like to be with myself. I like to sit in my own voice, and I even answer. I also use that time to talk to my mother, to talk to my father, to talk to the universal energy, to talk to God. I like to be introspective. I like to look at the world. I even like to look at junk TV sometimes, and I like to give a real introspection to those problems because I see so many similarities in those people, right? But you have to spend quiet time. Some people write. I used to journal a lot. I don't journal as much as I did when my kid was little. Then I needed it. Now I just need to have the conversation out loud. I need to reflect on who I am, on what I want. And I need to do the unpacking that I tell you guys to do, right? Is this actually what I want? Because remember, what you wanted yesterday may not be what you want today. And that is also why it's important to unpack. You are not always unpacking trauma. Sometimes you are unpacking the fact that you no longer need that luggage. You no longer need those items in the baggage. You need new luggage. If you're going to a cold climate, you do not need bathing suits. And that is why you are unpacking, because you are changing. You are shifting. You are always becoming something new. You are always evolving. I keep telling you guys that you have to set a boundary and keep it. And that is hard work. So if you are not ready to set a boundary, shut the fuck up. Right? Because you teach people how to treat you. So if you tell someone, if you cheat on me, I am leaving, and you do not leave, you are teaching them that they can cheat on you. So say nothing. Say nothing until you are strong enough to say something. And that is why it is important to sit with yourself, to fall in love with yourself. Self-preservation and self-love is not about lotion and potions and eyelashes and getting your hair done. Yes, those things feel beautiful, but the work is inside. If you do not do the work inside, outside is just a shell that can easily be cracked. You got to affirm yourself out loud. I affirm myself out loud, and I want to give you guys permission. But guess what? You don't need my permission. You have to make the choice. You have to look in the mirror and decide that you matter. I deserve to make choices that honor me. Right? That affirmation is retraining your inner voice. And that's the goal, right? Because we have all been indoctrinated. But because we have all been sold a dream and sold a script, we have to retrain ourselves. We have to retrain our inner voice to choose from a place of confidence and not fear. And not fear. And that thing that I keep talking about loving to spend time with myself, is because I need to reacclimate with the things that I love. Because how do y'all tell people what you like and what you love if you have not been alone to experience these things and find out what you really like? When you are constantly around others or on social media, your thoughts get crowded. Yes, your thoughts get crowded. Every TV show we watch, All the time we spend scrolling up and down and sideways. The things we watch, looking outside, people we see, the people we spend time with, we become influenced by them. And we begin to silently adapt and change. So spending time with yourself helps you to separate what's yours from what's being given to you. And guys, you got to stop feeling guilty when you say no. No, no, no. It's a full sentence, and no should empower you. Guilt is often a leftover emotion from being conditioned to overextend. Let yourself feel it, but don't let it make your decisions. Choosing you will feel wrong at first. For those of you who have always been taught to choose others, but just because it feels wrong does not mean that it is wrong, right? Because when we are reaffirming, when we are retraining ourselves, it feels foreign at first. But keep going. You will get stronger. You will get stronger. You get to choose you. And the reason you get to choose you is because, like I tell you guys all the time, you deserve you today. I'm tired of talking to you guys. Bye.